For thousands of people working in accounts and using Sage 50, Sage 200, Sage Intacct, Xero and SAP Business One among others, PaperLess is the best online invoice approval software. With the possibility to approve invoices via a simple web browser or directly from your mobile phone, in this short video we will show you how you can easily automate and gain control over all your invoice approval processes with PaperLess Invoice Approval Software. The first step is to bring the invoices into PaperLess and run PaperLess automatic invoice recognition so that all invoice data is automatically captured and you do not have to spend time on manually keying in data. In this case, PaperLess has already prepared some of the invoices to be automatically sent for approval. Yes, that's right. It's not just about sending invoices for approval. With PaperLess you can automate invoice approval processes based on nominal code, supplier, department, project and or cost center. Furthermore, PaperLess also lets you set maximum approval amounts and approval thresholds so that you can keep control over approval limits. Regarding the remaining invoices, since there was no further automation rules in place, the accounts person needs to manually create the approval workflow. In this case, we will be sending the remaining invoices to Steve and leave a note asking them to please check and approve. Then simply activate a document flow and all invoices are sent for approval. The approvers receive an email notification from where they can choose to click on the link to approve the invoices via the web browser or alternatively via PaperLess mobile app. In this example, we will choose the option to approve via the web browser. Then all we need to do is to log in as Steve, and as you can see, Steve now can see all invoices he has pending for approval, the audit trail of the approval process, and all relevant accounting data. In this example, Steve reviews the accounting data, and considering he does not require any changes, he just clicks on the icon to express approve the invoice. This invoice is now ready to be posted and was placed by PaperLess in the finished documents area so that depending on what accounting software they are using, the accounts user can post it to Sage, Xero or SAP Business One. Regarding this next example, let's say Steve does not agree with the nominal code. Since in this case Steve does not have the user rights to change accounting data, he will forward the invoice back to the PaperLess user and ask them to please change the nominal code to 5001. Press OK and the invoice is now being sent back to the PaperLess user. If we now go to the PaperLess users work list, we can see that Steve is asking to change the nominal code to 5001. All we need to do is to go to the accounting tab and select the relevant nominal code. Now let's send the invoice back to Steve, telling him that the nominal code has been changed and asking him to approve the invoice. Press OK and the invoice has now been sent back to Steve. This time let's say that for some reason Steve is not in the office and only has his mobile phone. In order to view and approve invoices, all Steve needs to do is either open the PaperLess app on his mobile phone or click on the link Launch PaperLess on the go, visible on the email notification. As you can see, directly from his mobile, Steve can now easily view all invoices he has pending for approval, including the one that we have just sent back to him. We can also see that the approval audit trail has been updated, so let's just review the accounting data, and as you can see the nominal code has been updated, so Steve can now give final approval. The invoice has now been approved, and if we go to the finished documents area of the PaperLess user, we can see that the two invoices we have approved are now there and ready to be posted. All the PaperLess user needs to do is to click the button to post these invoices. Posting happens in just a few seconds, so if we now go into our accounting software and we open the supplier record, on the activity window you can see that both invoices have been posted. However, not only the invoices have been posted, but PaperLess also automatically linked the invoice and the approval audit trail to the corresponding transactions. In order to retrieve the invoice, all Sage, Xero or SAP Business One users need to do is a lookup directly from within Sage, and they have instant access to the invoice, all the accounting data and the full audit trail of the approval process. Yes, that's right, no more time wasted going through emails back and forward trying to find out who approved a certain invoice, on which dates or why certain changes were made. With PaperLess, you have full access to the audit trail of the approval process directly linked to the corresponding transactions. But there is more. The goal of PaperLess online invoice approval goes far beyond just sending invoices for approval. It is also about gaining control over invoice approval processes. If you go to your in progress view, you can see how easy it is to keep track of all invoices pending approval and the status of each one of them. From this area, you can also easily send automated approval reminders and control the approval process by overriding users, that for some reason are not approving their invoices. When dealing with large volumes of invoices, you also have the option to generate an Excel report which shows you all invoices pending approval as well as all the relevant accounting data. These are just a few of the many reasons why thousands of accounts professionals using Sage 50, Sage 200, Sage Intacct, Xero and SAP Business One use paperless on a daily basis to speed up invoice processing and invoice approval routines. Visit www.paperlesseurope.com to learn more about paperless online invoice approval and to book your free online demo.